Frequent light bulb burnouts can stem from a variety of causes. Electrical issues are a primary suspect. High voltage fluctuations can overload the bulbs, causing premature failure. Use a voltmeter to measure the voltage at the light socket. It should be within the specified range for the bulb. Loose wiring creates bad connections, leading to arcing that damages the filament. Inspect the wiring, looking for any loose or damaged wires, especially around the light fixture. Ground faults can create short circuits, also burning out bulbs. Fixture problems also contribute. Overheating occurs when enclosed fixtures trap heat, causing overheating and burnout. Loose or damaged sockets cause poor contact, leading to overheating and failure. Examine the fixture for overheating, loose sockets, or any other visible issues. Faulty ballast, specifically for fluorescent bulbs, can provide insufficient or inconsistent power. Bulb quality is another factor. Low-quality bulbs often have manufacturing defects or shorter lifespans. A correct bulb type for the fixture can lead to overheating. Environmental factors also play a role. Vibration from nearby machinery or appliances can damage the filament. High humidity can corrode the bulb's contacts or cause other electrical issues. Other factors include power surges, which are sudden spikes in electricity, damaging bulbs. Frequent bulb changes can put stress on the fixtures and wiring. Finally, bulb mortality is simply the fact that all bulbs have a finite lifespan. To troubleshoot, start by checking the voltage. Use a voltmeter to measure the voltage at the light socket. It should be within the specified range for the bulb, typically 120 volts in residential settings in North America. Significant deviations above this voltage, even brief spikes, can drastically shorten bulb life. A consistent overvoltage condition points to problems with the power supply or wiring in the house, requiring professional attention. Next, inspect the wiring. Look for any loose or damaged wires, especially around the light fixture itself. Loose connections can cause arcing, generating heat and damaging the bulb. Frayed or damaged insulation poses a safety hazard and needs immediate repair. Ensure all connections are tight and secure. Examine the fixture. Check for signs of overheating, such as discoloration or melting. Loose sockets can also cause poor contact and overheating. Make sure the bulb is properly seated in the socket. If the fixture is enclosed, consider using bulbs with a lower wattage to reduce heat buildup. Test the bulbs. Remove the bulbs and test them in another fixture to rule out bulb defect. If the bulb burns out quickly in multiple fixtures, it's likely a problem with the bulb itself. Replacing with high-quality bulbs from reputable manufacturers is advisable, ensuring they are appropriate for the fixture. Consider professional inspection. If you are unable to identify the cause, it's best to hire an electrician to investigate further. They can diagnose complex electrical issues and ensure the safety of your home's electrical system. When checking voltage, a digital multimeter is your best tool. Set it to alternating current volts, or AC volts, in a range appropriate for your electrical system, typically 200 volts or higher. Carefully touch the probes to the terminals in the light socket. Be extremely cautious to avoid touching any bare wires or metal parts. A reading significantly higher than the expected 120 volts indicates a potential overvoltage problem. When inspecting wiring, turn off the power to the circuit at the breaker box before you begin. Use a flashlight to carefully examine the wires for any signs of damage, such as cracks, frays, or melted insulation. Pay close attention to the connections at the light fixture and at any junction boxes along the circuit. Loose connections can be tightened with a screwdriver. Damaged wires should be replaced by a qualified electrician. When examining the fixture, check the condition of the socket itself. Look for cracks, corrosion, or other signs of wear. If the socket is damaged, it should be replaced. Ensure the fixture is properly grounded. The grounding wire, usually green or bare copper, should be securely connected to the metal parts of the fixture. Testing the bulbs in another fixture is a simple way to determine if the problem lies with the bulb itself. If the bulb burns out quickly in multiple fixtures, it's likely defective. Try using bulbs from different manufacturers to see if the problem persists. When replacing with high-quality bulbs, choose bulbs that are specifically designed for the type of fixture you have. For example, some fixtures require bulbs with a specific shape or base. Use bulbs with the correct wattage rating for the fixture to avoid overheating. Light-emitting diode, or LED, bulbs are generally more energy efficient and have a longer lifespan than incandescent or compact fluorescent bulbs. An electrician can perform a thorough inspection of your home's electrical system to identify any underlying problems that may be causing the light bulbs to burn out quickly. This may include checking the wiring, the breaker box, and the grounding system. They can also use specialized equipment to detect voltage fluctuations and other electrical anomalies. Addressing these issues can prevent future problems and ensure the safety of your home. Firstly, excessive voltage can be verified using a multimeter. Secondly, loose wiring will be exposed when you turn the power off at the breaker and dismantle the light fixture. Thirdly, ground faults will need to be tested by a qualified electrician and will be detected as part of a home inspection. Fourthly, overheating can be spotted on visual inspection, and by seeing if the bulb is too hot to touch after it has been on for a few minutes. Fifthly, damaged sockets will also be found as part of visual inspection when the power is turned off at the breaker and the light fixture is dismantled. Sixthly, faulty ballasts on fluorescent fittings might need to be checked by a qualified electrician. Seventhly, low-quality bulbs will be indicated by their short lifespan compared to more expensive bulbs. Eighthly, incorrect bulb types will be found through a visual inspection of the bulb and comparing it to the light fitting requirements. Ninthly, high humidity can corrode the bulb's contacts or cause other electrical issues. Tenthly, power surges will need to be checked using an appropriate surge protection device to ensure that the electrical circuit is protected. All light bulbs have a finite lifespan, and some may simply be reaching the end of their natural life. The lifespan of a light bulb can vary depending on the type of bulb, the quality of the bulb, and the conditions in which it is used. Incandescent bulbs typically have a shorter lifespan than LED bulbs. Halogen bulbs have a longer lifespan than incandescent bulbs, but they are also more expensive. LED bulbs have the longest lifespan of all, and they are also the most energy efficient. Consider replacing traditional bulbs with LED equivalents for increased longevity and energy savings. The quality of a light bulb can also affect its lifespan. Cheap or poorly made bulbs are more likely to burn out quickly. It is best to buy bulbs from reputable manufacturers. The conditions in which a light bulb is used can also affect its lifespan. Bulbs that are used in hot or humid environments are more likely to burn out quickly. Bulbs that are subjected to vibration or shock are also more likely to burn out quickly. To extend the lifespan of your light bulbs, avoid using them in hot or humid environments. Also, avoid subjecting them to vibration or shock. The voltage at the light socket should be within the specified range for the bulb. The specified range for a standard 120-volt bulb is typically 110 volts to 130 volts. If the voltage is outside of this range, the bulb may burn out quickly. You can use a voltmeter to measure the voltage at the light socket. If the voltage is too high, you may need to have your home's electrical system inspected by an electrician. Loose wiring can cause arcing, which can damage the bulb's filament and cause it to burn out quickly. Loose wiring can also create a fire hazard. It is important to inspect the wiring around the light fixture for any loose connections. If you find any loose connections, tighten them with a screwdriver. Overheating can cause the bulb to burn out quickly. Overheating can also damage the light fixture. Make sure that the light fixture is properly ventilated. If the light fixture is enclosed, consider using a bulb with lower wattage. Loose sockets can cause poor contact, which can lead to overheating and bulb failure. If the socket is loose, tighten it with a screwdriver. If the socket is damaged, replace it. A malfunctioning ballast can provide insufficient or inconsistent power to the bulb, causing it to burn out. If you suspect that the ballast is malfunctioning, have it tested by an electrician. Power surges can damage bulbs. Power surges are sudden spikes in electricity that can damage electronic devices. You can protect your light bulbs from power surges by using a surge protector. Surge protectors are designed to absorb power surges and prevent them from damaging electronic devices. If the light fixture is located near a source of vibration, such as a washing machine or a dryer, the vibration can damage the bulb's filament and cause it to burn out quickly. Try moving the light fixture to a different location. Moisture can corrode the bulb's contacts or cause other electrical issues. If the light fixture is located in a humid environment, such as a bathroom, try using a bulb that is designed for use in humid environments. Constantly changing bulbs can put stress on the fixtures and wiring. Avoid changing bulbs unnecessarily. Bulbs have a finite lifespan, and some may simply be reaching the end of their natural life. If a bulb burns out after only a few weeks, it is likely that the bulb was defective. The National Electrical Code, or NEC, provides guidelines for safe electrical installations. Some relevant sections of the NEC include Article 210, which covers branch circuits, Article 400, which covers flexible cords and cables, and Article 410, which covers luminaires, lamp holders, and lamps. These sections provide information on proper wiring techniques, overcurrent protection, and grounding requirements. Always consult the latest edition of the NEC for the most up-to-date information. If you are not comfortable working with electricity, it is best to hire a qualified electrician to perform the work. An electrician has the training and experience to safely diagnose and repair electrical problems. They can also ensure that your home's electrical system is up to code. In addition to the NEC, local building codes may also have requirements for electrical installations. These codes may vary depending on your location. It is important to check with your local building department to ensure that your electrical work complies with all applicable codes. Proper grounding is essential for electrical safety. Grounding provides a path for fault current to flow back to the source, tripping the breaker and preventing electrical shock. Ensure that all electrical circuits and equipment are properly grounded. Ground fault circuit interrupters, or GFCIs, are devices that protect against electrical shock. GFCIs are required in bathrooms, kitchens, and other wet locations. They detect small amounts of current leakage and quickly shut off the power to the circuit. Arc fault circuit interrupters, or FSIs, are devices that protect against electrical fires. FSIs detect arc faults, which are dangerous electrical arcs that can ignite flammable materials. FSIs are required in bedrooms and other areas where people sleep. The size of the wire used in an electrical circuit is determined by the amount of current that the circuit will carry. The NEC provides tables that specify the appropriate wire size for different current ratings. Using the wrong size wire can cause overheating and create a fire hazard. Overcurrent protection devices, such as circuit breakers and fuses, protect electrical circuits from overloads and short circuits. These devices are designed to trip or blow when the current exceeds a certain level, preventing damage to the wiring and equipment. Make sure that the overcurrent protection devices are properly sized for the circuits they protect. The voltage drop in an electrical circuit is the decrease in voltage from the source to the load. Excessive voltage drop can cause equipment to malfunction and can also reduce the efficiency of the circuit. The NEC provides guidelines for limiting voltage drop in electrical circuits. When working with electricity, always follow safe work practices. Wear appropriate personal protective equipment, such as safety glasses and gloves. Turn off the power to the circuit before working on it. Use insulated tools. Never work on electrical equipment when you are wet or standing in water. Light bulbs have evolved significantly over time. Early incandescent bulbs were inefficient and had short lifespans. Halogen bulbs were an improvement, but they still consumed a lot of energy. Compact fluorescent lamps, or CFLs, were more energy efficient than incandescent bulbs, but they contain mercury. LED bulbs are the latest generation of light bulbs. They are the most energy efficient and have the longest lifespans. They also do not contain mercury. LED technology continues to improve, with new advancements in efficiency, color rendering, and dimming capabilities. Consider upgrading to LED lighting throughout your home to save energy and money. Smart lighting systems allow you to control your light remotely using a smartphone or tablet. You can also schedule your lights to turn on and off automatically. Smart lighting systems can save energy and improve security. When choosing light bulbs, consider the color temperature. Color temperature is measured in Kelvin, or K. Lower color temperatures, such as 2700 Kelvin, produce a warm, yellowish light. Higher color temperatures, such as 5000 Kelvin, produce a cool, bluish light. Choose a color temperature that is appropriate for the application. Dimmable light bulbs allow you to adjust the brightness of the light. This can be useful for creating different moods or for saving energy. Make sure that the light fixture is compatible with dimmable bulbs. Some light fixtures require special dimmers. Light output is measured in lumens. The higher the lumen rating, the brighter the light. Choose a light bulb with the appropriate lumen rating for the application. North Carolina, like many other states, follows the NEC as a basis for its electrical codes. Local jurisdictions may have amendments or additions to the NEC to address specific local conditions or concerns. Check with your local building department for information on the electrical codes that apply in your area. When working on electrical projects in North Carolina, it is important to obtain the necessary permits. Permits are required for most electrical work, including new installations, alterations, and repairs. Obtaining a permit ensures that the work is inspected and complies with the applicable codes. The North Carolina Board of Examiners of Electrical Contractors licenses electrical contractors in the state. Only licensed electrical contractors are authorized to perform electrical work for others. Before hiring an electrical contractor, verify that they are licensed and insured. The North Carolina Electrical Code contains specific requirements for wiring methods. Common wiring methods include non-metallic sheath cable, or NM cable, also known as Romex, and electrical metallic tubing, or AMT conduit. The choice of wiring method depends on the application and the environment. The code also specifies requirements for the installation of boxes, fittings, and other electrical components. The North Carolina Electrical Code requires that all electrical circuits be properly grounded. The grounding system must be connected to a grounding electrode, such as a ground rod or a water pipe. The grounding system provides a path for fault current to flow back to the source, tripping the breaker and preventing electrical shock. Surge protection devices are recommended to protect electronic equipment from voltage spikes caused by lightning or other electrical disturbances. Surge protectors should be installed at the main electrical panel and at individual outlets where sensitive equipment is connected. Smoke detectors are required in all dwelling units in North Carolina. Smoke detectors must be installed in each bedroom and on each level of the dwelling. Carbon monoxide detectors are also required in dwelling units that have fuel-burning appliances or an attached garage.